James Gunn's new DC universe started off with a bang with 2025 Superman. Love it or hate it, the movie won with the trifecta. It smashed with the critics, went down really well with the audiences, and considering it's following up a string of terrible DC movies, I'd say it did pretty well at the box office. Following up its success only about a month and a half after the release of Superman is Peacemaker, the second installment in James Gunn's new DCU. Sure, creature commanders exist, but let's face it, no one really cared about that one. Peacemaker is in an interesting spot. The first season was technically a part of the old Zack Snyder birthed DC universe, but outside of a few references here and there and that brief appearance from Aquaman and Flash in the end, it becomes pretty easy to integrate this into James Gunn's DCU. Director and now DC CEO James Gunn has a personal connection with Peacemaker. The dude literally created the show. With that in mind, it's easy to argue that James Gunn's decision to keep Peacemaker even in the new rebooted DC universe comes from a place of bias. Whether or not that's true, I really don't mind. The first season of Peacemaker was a blast. And if that bias means we get another season of John Cena as this anti-hero, I'm not complaining. Typically on this channel, we don't discuss spoilers, but considering this is a TV show that you can easily watch from the comfort of your own couch, we will be talking spoilers. So you've been given your warning if you've yet to watch episode 1 of Peacemaker season 2. Since we heard that season 2 would feature the multiverse, a lot of people have been speculating how that could play in to retconning season 1 into this new DC timeline. Will we see John Cena jump from the old DC timeline and into this one? Yeah, it's nothing like that. If you are wondering what intricate explanation James Gunn would come up with to transition Peacemaker from the old DC universe to this one, you're not gonna get it. Instead, James Gunn takes an approach of, yep, Zack Snyder's DCU doesn't exist anymore, and Peacemaker has just always been here around this one. He does so in an incredibly casual way, simply taking the ending scene from Peacemaker season 1 with Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller appearing as their respective DC characters, plugging it into this show, and just replacing them with the new Justice Gang from the recently released Superman movie. It's the kind of irreverence that none of us went into this season expecting, but it's a perfect start for such an inherently irreverent, zany, and fun show. Like the pilot of Peacemaker season 1, considering how balls to the walls we know this show is gonna go, this is a pretty tame opening episode. The first half primarily sets up the scene, lets us know where every character is and how far in the gutter each of them have reached. It's the sort of eat your vegetables work that doesn't deliver on the comic book TV show fun you might be expecting, but sometimes you have to eat your vegetables to get to the dessert. And once the episode hits its stride and you know exactly where it was going, it becomes pretty evident that we were always headed there. Where is there exactly? Into the multiverse, where John Cena's Peacemaker finds himself face to face with an alternate dimension version of himself. A life where he never lost his brother, where the world sees him as the hero he's always been desperately to be seen. On paper, that sounds like a joyous time for Peacemaker, getting to spend time with the brother he never had and the father who never got to love him. I mean, why the hell not? But the episode lays the seeds for what's sure to be a much more subversive take in the coming episodes. Through coming face to face with the life he never had, it's almost like Cena's character is forced to confront everything he's ever lost. And it makes for some subtly profound, bittersweet moments. John Cena has always been great with this character since he debuted in the Suicide Squad. But if this episode is anything to go off of, the dude is primed to deliver the performance of his career. I know he hasn't been in a lot, but I've been rooting for him since his scene stealing turn in Bumblebee, and he just keeps getting better and better, turning the deadpan stiff nature of the character into a mask for something much deeper. Comedy-wise, I don't feel like Gunn gave the actors the best material to work with, but everyone really does elevate everything they're given. Freddie Stromer, Robert Patrick, Jennifer Holland, none of these people are missing a beat. Like any great follow-up, this season of Peacemaker doesn't seem to be going bigger, but instead going deeper. Deeper into the characters' psychology, their struggles, taking them to lower lows than we've ever seen them before. Everyone's really going through it, and that can even be reflected in the show's new take of the iconic opening musical number from the first season of Peacemaker. Sure, the opening musical sequence is nowhere near as good as we got the first time around, but it does set the stage for what's to come. A bunch of anti-heroes who find themselves at their lowest points, needing to crawl their way out. And while I wish the season would have started off with a stronger bang, at the very least, it accomplishes what every first episode of any new season of TV should. It sets the groundwork for what's to come and makes you want to see more. I for one did not expect them to kill off alternate dimension Peacemaker in the very first episode, but in ending the episode at that point, it makes me desperate to see what comes next. James Gunn is no stranger to brutally punishing his characters. I mean, just look at Guardians Volume 3 and what he did with Rocket. Seeing Peacemaker living the life he never had, you know what's coming. Somewhere down the line, it's gonna be ripped away from him, and I don't know if any of us are prepared to deal with the emotional toll of that moment. So while I'm sure Peacemaker's best episodes are yet to come, I'm gonna be giving this one a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more weekly TV and movie reviews. If you've had the chance to watch Peacemaker, let us know what you thought about it in the comments below. And if you haven't, then why the hell would you sit through a spoilery review video? I am Cinemike, and I'll see you next time.